from any single wash plant.
Good purchase, man.
Yeah.
Good place to call home.
I'm just relieved more than anything.
The latest news about Parker Schnabel is shaking the gold rush world, sparking whispers and wild debates everywhere. From his daring gold hunt to shocking turns in his journey, Parker's story is breaking headlines at full speed. Something big has just unfolded, and viewers are on edge. Everyone wants to know, what did Parker do now? Let's find out. Breaking machines and hidden gold. The season started with unexpected issues for Schnabel's crew. Initially, morale was good, and there was optimism for a successful year.
As far as the season goes, the final total was
7,381.
And that is
However, problems arose, particularly with the dredge, which was essential for extracting gold from the riverbed. Without it, progress on the project came to a standstill. A chain of breakdowns occurred one after another, seeming like they would never end. The dredge kept failing repeatedly, causing the crew to constantly halt their work. These were major issues, with each breakdown resulting in hours, and sometimes days, of lost time. For Schnabel, this was not just frustrating but also a big hit to both time and finances. Every time work had to stop, it meant paying heavy costs for repairs and missing out on opportunities to mine gold as time passed by. The problems did not just end with the dredge. Other tools started breaking down too, leading to more delays piling up. When the dredge, a crucial machine, stopped working, it affected the whole system. Trucks sat unused, workers stood around, and production decreased. The impact of one breakdown spread throughout the site, causing chaos as everyone tried to make up for lost time. Many people thought that the tough conditions in the Klondike were a factor. The region is famous for its rough land and unpredictable climate. Machines were pushed to their maximum capacity in such extreme conditions, leading to faster wear and tear. Some equipment was old, and the combination of age and heavy usage added to the strain. All these factors combined to make it one of the most challenging starts to a season that Schnabel and his team had ever experienced. The costs of all these failures in the machinery started to add up quickly. It was expensive to fix everything, order new parts, and hire skilled workers to maintain the machines. Not being able to produce meant losing out on potential gold. Estimates showed that the repair expenses and lost gold could reach hundreds of thousands of dollars. This was a huge setback for any mining team, especially for Schnabel, who aimed for big accomplishments and had to accept this harsh reality. They had to think quickly every day and were determined and creative when making repairs. Sometimes they had to come up with temporary fixes to keep things working until a permanent solution could be implemented. The team also spent time and resources on updating older equipment because they knew that without better machines, they wouldn't be able to reach their goals. Despite being tiring, their efforts demonstrated their ability to bounce back from challenges. However, the financial impact of the downtime could not be overlooked. Each day of lost production meant less gold being collected. The initial goals set for the season seemed increasingly out of reach. Even though the exact numbers were not public, observant individuals could tell that Schnabel's original objectives were now extremely difficult to achieve. Professionals in the field predicted a significant shortfall, which could potentially affect the overall profitability for the year. This season showed that large-scale mining is very delicate. To succeed, you need skilled workers, good planning, and machines that can handle tough conditions. The weather, ground, and long hours can all cause problems. If the machines break, work stops, and determination can't fix it. Despite facing numerous challenges, the team found a glimmer of hope in an unexpected discovery. As they persevered through setbacks, they unexpectedly unearthed previously unnoticed veins of gold-rich gravel during geological work. This discovery caught everyone by surprise due to the high-quality material found in the area that had been previously ignored. Despite facing many obstacles, uncovering promising new ground felt like a ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds. The team wasted no time in taking advantage of this opportunity. They used high-tech equipment to map out the new deposits, making sure they could extract the minerals with maximum efficiency. The new finding did not make all the difficulties of the season disappear, but it did make them easier to handle. It demonstrated that even during challenging times, there can still be pleasant surprises. The crew saw it as evidence that perseverance is important. Despite experiencing equipment failures and increasing losses, their commitment to keep going could result in unexpected benefits. As the season came to an end, Schnabel's mining operation faced both challenges and successes. Their machines had put their patience, strength, and finances to the test. Although they did not reach their gold targets, they discovered new veins that hinted at future success. The season served as a reminder that mining is unpredictable, with risks that are impossible to fully anticipate each year. Parker Schnabel's Season of Struggles and Surprises. The mining season started off with Parker Schnabel and his team feeling confident and prepared for what was to come. However, they were caught off guard when they uncovered unexpected secrets hidden in the ground beneath them. What began as a simple plan quickly turned into a season filled with constant changes, valuable lessons, and unexpected successes. Initially, Schnabel targeted specific areas for high returns. The team made plans, readied their equipment, and felt assured about a smooth production process. However, unexpected gold-rich spots were found in different locations than anticipated in the Klondike region. These new findings contained higher quality material than the original sites, highlighting the need to quickly switch their attention for the season to be successful. This change was quite challenging. Shifting operations mandated changing the way the large dredge operated. Rather than focusing on wider areas as originally planned, the machine had to be modified to process smaller but more concentrated sections of ground rich in gold. This involved reallocating resources such as moving workers to different roles, changing schedules, and reshaping priorities. Schnabel and his team understood the consequences of hesitation, so they quickly adjusted to the changes. Their willingness to embrace these changes played a crucial role in ensuring the season continued successfully. The surprising finds made up for the previous mechanical issues. Problems with the equipment had already caused delays in production, leading to frustration and time lost. The dredge kept breaking down, forcing the crew to stop mining and focus on fixing it. This resulted in lost hours, frayed nerves, and a sense of no progress. However, the discovery of new gold veins lifted their spirits. Despite the struggles with their machines, the higher quality material meant that each run through the dredge yielded more value than before. The season was anything but peaceful. The crew experienced high levels of stress due to unexpected equipment issues and changing strategies. Working in mining is already incredibly demanding, with long days and noisy machinery, which can be exhausting. Dealing with frequent repairs and the need to be flexible only made things more stressful for the crew. Schnabel, who is famous for his tough leadership and high standards, faced unexpected challenges. He had to do more than just plan the mining strategy, he also had to keep his team united. Members of the crew became exhausted and irritated. Arguments occasionally broke out. The constant long hours of work caused every issue to seem more difficult. Keeping the team motivated and on track became a major challenge during the season. Schnabel showed great determination and persistence, even in tough situations. He was able to lead the crew effectively by communicating well, solving problems, and staying focused. The team was able to work well together and overcome challenges under his leadership, which was crucial for the success of the operation. If it wasn't for their unity, the season could have failed completely. Over time, the crew started to learn valuable lessons from the challenges they faced. It became apparent that they wanted to strengthen preventative measures, select more durable equipment, and improve their planning. Each breakdown served as a reminder of the importance of thorough preparation in mining operations. The unexpected findings in the ground reminded everyone that the process of exploration is ongoing. Even with a set plan, new opportunities can arise in unexpected locations. Being open to change and willing to adjust direction proved to be very beneficial. Schnabel and his team understood the importance of staying flexible and being prepared to adapt to the demands of the Klondike region. Leadership played a major role in the story. A mine involves not just equipment and land, but also people collaborating in challenging environments. Effective leadership, good communication, and a determined attitude were essential for maintaining unity. Schnabel's dedication, especially during tough times, demonstrated to his team that quitting was never an acceptable solution. The year 2023 will be known as a tough one for Schnabel. With lots of highs and lows, there were many setbacks like equipment breaking and causing losses in production and profits, but there were also surprising discoveries in the ground that gave hope and rewards in unexpected places. Throughout the season, it became clear that succeeding in the Klondike requires resilience, adaptability, and expertise. In this harsh environment, gold mining depends on a combination of factors. Miners must be able to endure challenges, take advantage of unexpected chances, and maintain unity within their team, even when faced with obstacles. Schnabel and his team will always remember the challenging months they faced and the things they learned. They gained a better understanding of their equipment, a greater appreciation for the unpredictable terrain, and the importance of working together. The Klondike is difficult to find gold in, requiring strength, patience, and courage. Despite the challenges, those who persist can reap rewarding benefits. Parker Schnabel's team faced breakdowns, tension, and unexpected changes, but managed to keep moving forward and grow stronger. The story of their journey evolved into more than just finding gold as the season ended. It became a tale of perseverance, toughness, and personal development. The hidden truth behind his private life. When discussing Parker Schnabel, the young gold miner known for his determination and skill, one of the biggest questions isn't about gold. It's about his personal life, which has intrigued fans for a long time. While his work is well known, his personal life is mostly kept hidden. This secrecy has led to a lot of speculation, especially on social media, where rumors quickly become widespread stories. There have been rumors about Parker's past relationships, but none of them have been proven. The information available often comes from sources other than Parker himself, like vague online comments or unclear sources. Without solid proof, it is difficult to determine what is true. Parker has not publicly confirmed or denied any of these rumors, which makes it even more challenging to differentiate between reality and fiction. By staying quiet, he has kept his personal life guarded and has not let many people in. The absence of information has led to an increase in rumors and speculation. Conversations about Parker's alleged romantic relationships regularly appear on social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Fan pages for Gold Rush frequently delve into this topic, scrutinizing every aspect and making assumptions based on minor clues. However, in their pursuit of fresh information, the distinction between fact and fiction becomes blurred. Some posts feature manipulated images, while others fabricate entire narratives, and many just echo content from other sources. As a result, a chaotic frenzy of gossip circulates, leaving people uncertain about what to trust. One popular theory is that Parker may be secretly married. This theory suggests that Parker is married to a woman who stays out of the public eye completely. The story is based on anonymous sources and unconfirmed reports. There is no proof, no pictures, and no official statements from Parker or his inner circle. Without these things, it is just another story circulating online with no substance. Rumors suggest he has been in past relationships with individuals who have never publicly acknowledged any connection. These tales circulate briefly before disappearing, causing uncertainty without providing any clear answers. Because the sources of these rumors are unknown and cannot be verified, the accuracy of the claims is questionable. The fact that there is no credibility only leads to more questions. If the information is accurate, why are the sources always anonymous? Why is there never solid evidence? The mystery persists because the basis of the rumors is not strong enough to support them. People are interested in learning more about Parker's personal life, as shown by the continuous rumors about him. Fans' curiosity pushes them to investigate further, but sometimes they believe false information due to their lack of caution. Information spreads quickly online, allowing unsubstantiated rumors to turn into widely accepted truths. Even a single post without any evidence can go viral and be seen as real by many. Social media poses a risk by mixing truth and rumors, making it difficult to distinguish what is true. Parker's situation demonstrates the impact of fake news and misinformation. By choosing to keep his personal life private, rumors and speculation have filled the void. However, not sharing personal details does not mean he is hiding anything. Sometimes what appears mysterious is just a way of protecting one's privacy. Parker's ability to stay out of the public eye shows his desire to keep certain aspects of his life private and away from judgment. This situation shows a bigger problem: the importance of being media literate and thinking critically in the world today. It's crucial to question the source and reliability of information when reading or hearing stories like this. People should ask if there is real evidence or if it's just assumptions. By asking these questions, individuals can prevent themselves from blindly believing everything they see on the internet. It is important to remember the responsibility that both social media platforms and individuals have. Sharing unverified claims, even casually, can make misinformation worse. Every time something is shared, reposted, or commented on, it can make a rumor seem more credible than it is. To combat this, it is crucial to be cautious, think before sharing, and seek out solid evidence to separate fact from fiction. These small steps can help lessen the chaos caused by spreading gossip. Parker Schnabel's personal life is often talked about by people, but the reality is that no one truly knows the details. The lack of concrete information does not necessarily mean there are scandals or secret relationships. It just shows that Schnabel values his privacy in a world where it is hard to come by. Maybe we should respect his decision to keep his life private instead of speculating endlessly. Parker Schnabel, a popular figure from the show Gold Rush, is experiencing a lot of public interest in his personal life, which is being talked about endlessly. What started as rumors on the internet has turned into a lot of speculation. Even though these discussions are not based on solid evidence, they are starting to influence how people view him and could impact his future, both personally and professionally. Parker is familiar with being in the spotlight. His accomplishments in mining have made him well known, and his TV appearances have made him a popular figure. However, the recent focus on his personal life is new. While his work on TV is public, his private life has always been kept out of the spotlight. But now, with rumors spreading online, his privacy is constantly being threatened. The rise in interest could attract new viewers to the show. Those curious about the star's personal life might watch Gold Rush just to see him, hoping to learn more about the man behind the miner. This curiosity could boost ratings and make the show even more successful. However, there is also a downside to all this speculation. Unverified rumors can be harmful if not addressed. The widespread online conversation can make it difficult to distinguish between what is real and what is not. When stories go viral, they have the power to influence how the public sees someone, even if there is no evidence. Parker's reputation as a dedicated miner and leader could be at risk because of unfounded gossip. This is especially concerning for someone who has worked hard to build their career based on skill and perseverance. Protecting his reputation is a tricky job. It's important to find a balance between satisfying the public's curiosity and protecting his privacy. This is a challenge that all celebrities must face, but for Parker it is particularly difficult because his brand is closely linked to his personal life. On Gold Rush, his journey is not just about mining, but also about his personal development, choices, and leadership. When his personal life becomes gossip fodder, the line between his work life and personal life gets blurred. Spreading fake information is not just harmful, but also risky in a legal way. So laws against defamation are important for keeping people safe. If damaging lies about Parker continue to spread and harm his reputation, he can take legal action to protect himself. The chance of going to court serves as a reminder to fans and media organizations about the dangers of reporting without being careful. It's not only about entertaining people, it's about respecting others' rights and making sure things are fair. The present scenario highlights a common problem in today's society: the conflict between the public's interest in celebrities and their right to privacy. Most individuals are intrigued by famous personalities and want to learn everything about them, but there are limits to this curiosity. Laws are in place to protect individuals from undue intrusion, establishing a clear boundary that should not be violated. When gossip transforms into violations of privacy or efforts to harm someone's reputation, there can be serious repercussions. In today's world, with social media allowing posts to quickly go viral and news to spread unchecked, false information can spread faster than the truth. When a fake story starts gaining traction, it's very hard to correct the damage. For Parker, this means that even if something is proven to be false, people may still remember it, and it could harm his reputation. Celebrities have often sued for defamation and won, setting important legal examples. Parker should learn from these cases to be cautious. The media should verify facts before publishing stories, and individuals should think before sharing unproven claims online. The increasing interest in Parker's life is not only focused on him, but also on the difficulties of dealing with fame in the modern online age. With the easy access to communication, all celebrities are at risk of facing gossip and close examination. While fans may not think twice before spreading unconfirmed information, it can have serious consequences for the individual in question. That's why showing respect and being cautious is crucial in today's world. This situation is a good example to learn from. It demonstrates how curiosity can lead to pressure quickly, and how speculation can easily turn into something harmful. It is a reminder that celebrities, even though they are famous, deserve dignity and privacy as human beings. For Parker, it is important to not only combat rumors, but also to protect the reputation he has worked hard to establish. Until there is confirmed information, it is best to show restraint. Respecting Parker's privacy involves understanding that not all aspects of his life need to be made public. It also means not giving in to gossip and remembering that behind his fame is a person who should be treated fairly. Parker Schnabel is often in the public eye, but his true character should not be judged by rumors. He has a story of determination, hard work, and strength, which are qualities that will not change regardless of gossip. The focus now should be on being responsible rather than curious when it comes to his life, making sure the interest in him as a person is not overshadowed by sensationalism. A battle for every last ounce. The cold wind started blowing in the Yukon as the miners got ready for the end of the season. Winter was approaching quickly, and the men who dedicated their lives to finding gold knew they had to make the most of it before the ground froze. For Parker Schnabel, Rick Ness, Tony Beets, and Kevin Beets, the 2-hour finale of Gold Rush Season 15 was more than just a TV episode. It was the culmination of a challenging year filled with highs and lows. Each of them were at a critical point, with their mining operations on the line and their futures dependent on the last remaining areas that could still produce gold.
Yeah, compared to Tony's machines, I have a bit more faith in these ones to run without needing aggressive work right off the bat.
The last episode of the show showcased all the high drama and danger that is associated with mining. It included intense battles with the earth, challenges with malfunctioning machinery, conflicts between different crews, and the ever-present risk of financial loss. The miners had invested a lot of their energy, money, and passion into the season, and with only a few days remaining, they were forced to push themselves even harder. Parker Schnabel faced a tough season at Dominion Creek, as the land was not as promising as he had hoped. The ground was hard to dig, and each load mandated more effort than the last. Parker invested a lot of money to make things work, which put a strain on his crew. He pushed his team to their limits, requiring long hours and demanding work in the hopes of a big payoff, and did not always yield high returns. Despite the challenges, Parker stayed focused and remained determined to keep going. Giving up was never something he considered. Meanwhile, Rick Ness had a lot to worry about. He had put all his money and hope into Vegas Valley after Rally Valley. It was a risky decision that had a lot at stake. Rick knew that his future at Duncan Creek relied on getting a water license, which was still up in the air. The idea of owning Duncan Creek but not being able to mine there was a constant worry for him. His crew understood the importance of the situation. They were committed to maximizing productivity before winter. This mandated them to operate the plant continuously without breaks, rest, or room for error. Any pause in production could have severe consequences. The harsh climate of the Yukon was known for challenging people unexpectedly. Tony was excelling at the Beets claim. He called himself the king of the Klondike dollar, had a strong start to the season, giving him motivation to keep going. He aimed to break records by the end of the year and wasn't afraid to push his family. Tony always emphasized the importance of every task and made sure they understood how crucial it was to work hard. The final outcome revealed Tony's unwavering determination when he aimed for success. As Tony's business continued to thrive, his oldest son Kevin decided to pursue a different journey. Kevin and his partner Faith Teng used up all their savings to establish themselves independently from Kevin's father. Scribner Creek was their opportunity to show what they were capable of, especially for Kevin as a new mine boss. Despite the difficulty and potential dangers, Kevin was determined to make a name for himself. Managing this responsibility came with many obstacles and little rest, but Kevin believed that having his identity was important enough to endure the struggles. Their plan was straightforward but harsh: to keep Monster Red running around the clock, despite the bitter cold making each step and movement more difficult. Despite the challenging conditions, they persevered and did not give up. Unfortunately, disaster struck. The belt on the shaker deck of Monster Red broke. Without it, work stopped. They couldn't find a replacement, and shutting down would mean failing. However, Ryan Kent did not give up. With just determination and resourcefulness, he fixed the belt by drilling holes and using a conveyor clip. Surprisingly, it worked despite the challenges. The triumph did not last long. A new issue arose quickly: a leaking water pipe under the wash plant. They had to dig deep to repair it, costing them an entire night. After Rick examined the pump and plant, it was obvious that the season had to be concluded. Despite the shutdown, the team met for a final weigh-in. They felt a mixture of hope and nerves. Each member was aware of the hard work they had put in, but uncertain if it would pay off. The gold weighed 110.79 ounces, which was decent but fell short of representing the challenging season they had gone through. Disappointment was palpable among the group. Rick surprised everyone by revealing that he had been saving the best for last. He poured out 200 ounces from one canister and then another with over 100 ounces, making a total of 411 ounces valued at over $1.1 million. This revelation brought joy and relief, turning frowns into smiles and worry into relief. For more than 6 months, Rick and his small team of 7 people were able to bring in gold worth $4.5 million, which was a much bigger success than anyone had anticipated. As a gesture of appreciation, Rick decided to give his crew an additional $50,000 bonus. Even though things turned out well at Vegas Valley, their future was still uncertain without the necessary water license. If they were able to obtain it, Rick and his team would be prepared to go back. The final episode of Season 15 of Gold Rush showcased why the show has been popular for many years. It wasn't just about finding gold, it was about perseverance. The show depicted men facing difficult challenges, machines breaking down at inconvenient times, and harsh weather conditions testing their resolve. It also portrayed the importance of family bonds, strained friendships, and the desire to succeed in a high-stakes environment where failure could result in losing everything. Parker, Rick, Tony, and Kevin all encountered challenges that could defeat most people, but they persisted until the end. Their experiences highlighted the tough nature of mining. It's always difficult, and success is never certain.